All right, so let's solve this one. You see, I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. Jesus is the God of mathematics and sciences. So number one, we need to rearrange this one here. So this is how it's gonna look. Let me go pink. So you're gonna write that one as cos, open the parenthesis. So this is, this is actually 180. It will stay as it is. 180 minus x. It's not the one that we're rearranging. This one we rearrange. Then it becomes times the sine of, remember the negative 90 comes first. So you guys, you prefer to do this. You want to write it as negative into 90 minus the x, close the parenthesis, and then minus the 1. And then let's go and divide. And then all over, you've got tangent squared. Open the parenthesis. Now 540 minus 360, you've got 180, I believe. And then that will be plus the x, close the parenthesis. Then we multiply that by sine, still of 90, and then plus the x, close the bracket, so the parenthesis. And then cos of a negative angle, you can ignore the negative, get rid of the negative. You write it as just cos of x, that's what it is. All right, so now here we go. I want to make this minus yellow, that one there. Now, 180 minus, you are basically in the second quadrant where cos is negative. So that means you're going to write that as negative cos of x. Let me put that in parentheses. And then here, because of that minus, let's ignore that minus for a while. So you're going to go for 90 minus x. 90 minus x, you are in the first quadrant where sign is positive, right? But it will change to positive cos, and you times by that negative minus the yellow one. So it's going to be negative, and then cos of x, close the parenthesis, then minus the 1. And then we are going to divide everything. Now remember, tangent squared, it will remain positive. 180 plus, you are in the third quadrant where tangent is positive. You square that, it remains as it is. So you remain with tangent squared of x. All right, so let me parenthesize that. Then here you've got 90 plus, you are in the second quadrant where sign is positive, but you'll change it to cos. Then it becomes cos of x. All right, so that one is also multiplied by cos of x. Now we're gonna go to the next step. Now the next step here, I'm multiplying this negative cos times negative cos. You get yourself a cos squared of x minus the 1. All right, so let's divide all of that. I want to put that right in the middle. So let's shift it in the middle. There we go. And then we divide. Now you need to remember tangent is the same as sine over cos. So you could write that as sine squared of x, and then you go divide that by cos squared of x. And remember, you are multiplying. This is cos times cos. which is cos squared. So you now have cos squared of x. If you want to, you could put that all over the 1 so that it's clear to you that that and that will cancel out. Now you are left with the following. You are left with cos squared x minus 1. And then you go divide everything by sine squared of x. Now if you pull out a common factor of a negative here, pull out negative as a common factor and rearrange that. So you'll be left with negative into 1 minus cos squared of x. I just reversed it already. And then you go divide that by sine squared of x. Now you need to remember that all of that, it is exactly the same as sine squared of x. So let me remove that. So what are we saying? We are saying that and that will cancel. Your final answer is nothing else but a negative 1. There we go. We're done.